long has she known him? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah, like a year. That's nothing, right? I mean, that is not enough time to find out if someone is a crazy person.
No.
But he's like almost 40, so he wants to find a wife and settle down, which works out perfectly for Julie because I'm pretty sure her greatest fear is being an old mom.
Her very milfdom is in danger.
Oh my God.
And they're buying a house together.
Oh my God.
Can't even afford my rent. No, it's not that I want her life. Just a life or validation of some sort. And my parents pretend to be supportive, but I am like the evil twin. Except not evil, just defunct.
Well, you could get married if you wanted to.
Yeah, in some states, just some.
Oh, and your parents would love that.
Oh,
so much.
Fascinated.
Hey, Nikki. Okay, calm down, but it's your boys. I know.
Oh, no, it's okay. Oh, friend's favorite band. Oh, she was a total groupie, so now I just associate them with her being completely annoying.
No, I am rarely reduced to a giggling fangirl, but I am obsessed with this band. Their new record is so good. Well, I interviewed the lead singer for work. God, he is such like a charming bastard.
You should choose the word bastard.
Have you listened to any of his music?
Yeah, a little.
You guys should come to their gig next weekend. Yeah.
Yes.
Nikki's covering the show, so we can get you press passes and everything. It's very schwanky.
A lot of schwank, a lot of schwank. You guys should come.
A great
seriously.
deal.
You won't regret it.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Why not? Time to make some new associations, right? We'll see you soon, you charming bastard, you.
I'm so psyched. It's gonna be so good.
You took me out to lunch. I took you for a ride on the carousel. You said you needed time. I said I think you know me pretty well. On the carousel, round and round and round and round and round and round we go.
So are you glad you did it though?
There was a point about halfway through where I was pretty sure it was the worst decision I'd ever made, but but yeah, in retrospect, I'm glad I did.
Okay, Nikki, sit still.
I'm sorry. No, but seriously, like some of these girls were so crazy. Oh my God. I seriously did some rubbernecking though, for sure, on my part.
Yeah, true. But to be fair, I probably went a little bit crazy too. Like, that's the terrible thing about dating. Everyone kind of comes off a little bit of a freak.
Yeah, I mean, that's funny though, because I've always thought that anyone can seem normal for a little while. But the more you get to know someone, the more the crazy surfaces.
And what are you implying with that exactly?
Well, there was a time long ago when I first met Meg, but I thought she was a totally rational, stable individual.
That's probably the great part though, right? I mean, like, when you get past the self that you project to the rest of the world and you get to that really good, like, I don't know, other stuff. And if you don't freak people out before then you're golden, right?
Speaking from experience, Nikki?
Now, Meg, we do not ask about Nikki's love life.
I just think it's called a personal life for a reason.
She refuses to talk about hers.
Just other people's.
Okay, a regular Mona Lisa, this one.
Yeah, sorry. Standing still.
Thank you.
Blake, oh, that's really beautiful. No, seriously, you could sell these.
Thanks. Well, maybe I can draw you sometime.
No. Well, the best subjects are always the mysterious ones, though, aren't they?
I don't know. I mean, I've always thought there's something pretty inviting about an open book.
Okay, can I move yet, please?
Yes, fine. Okay, I have to go. You are released.
All right, I have to get home. I gotta like
go work.
do this Skype thing for work. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
So, how come you're always coming over here?
Because I like you.
Well, yeah, I figured. No, I mean, why don't I ever come to your place?
Well, you live so close to your work. I don't want to make you schlep.
Well, you schlep.
Yeah, but I'm used to it.
Used to schlepping to and from different women's apartments.
No. God, that could not be any less my life experience. I don't mind.
Okay. Well, I'm saying I don't mind either.
Yeah, but you have your own apartment and you live by yourself. And it's awesome. And we don't have to worry about disturbing anyone.
This is true.
But if you really want, then maybe next time we can go back to my place. I'll just tell my roommate.
Well, is she worried about this kind of thing?
No. If anything, she could stand to have a few more personal boundaries.
Okay. Do I want to know?
Let's just say I hope the walls in our current apartment are thicker than they were in our last.
Boom.
Ouch. Yeah!
Wow. All right. So, this is a problem. I can't believe I have to actually work with an Ohio State fan.
Oh!
You're lucky you didn't tell me that during your job interview.
Listen, I can't believe that I have accidentally befriended an honest-to-goodness Michigan frat boy. I'm pretty sure that's grounds for getting your Buckeyes revoked.
Now your secret's safe with me. I guess you should be thankful that you like football at all. None of my exes were into it at all, except for Kelly. I mean, most girls, they just look at this as an opportunity to wear pigtails in public. But Kelly, she was different. You're not banging a wide receiver, are you?
Hardly. Also, now if I did, I'd be like cougaring it up. These guys are like 19.
Yeah.
I feel like a dirty old man. Zach, are you friends with any of your exes?
Facebook says that I am. Does that count?
You know, part of me thinks I should try to be, and then part of me thinks, like, no, that's the entire reason you broke up. You do not need that type of person in your life. Where are all of the nice, normal guys who watch sports and pay their bills and aren't afraid of responsibility or the suburbs?
Oh, gee, I don't know. Maybe they're in some magical mecca where beer flows from spouts and you can watch games on mounted television sets.
Did you know Scott never even asked me on a real date? He just started hanging around me and then coming over, and then he moved in. I had an entire relationship and had my heart smashed into a million pieces, and I didn't even get to experience what dinner and a movie and a walk home feels like.
I'll do it. I'll take you on a date, show you how it's done. I'm normal, and I fucking love the suburbs.
It wouldn't count unless it was with someone who actually wanted to date me. Yeah. Besides, I have sworn off guys, remember, for the time being.
Right, you time.
Yes. Ooh, speaking of which, can I take a 10? My sister called earlier. I just need to call her back.
Yeah, take all the time you need.
Are you actually going through with this?
A concert? Yeah, I am. And you're coming, right? I mean, I guess I have to face Scott sooner or later, don't I? And Dave.
I bet you could pretty easily continue to avoid them.
Like a test, you know, to see if I've really moved on. Well, I can be a grown-up. Who cares if I've slept with them both? That's over. I'm going out with my friends.
If you say so, but honestly, I think it's going to be a total debacle.
Can we for once not preemptively doom ourselves? I haven't had much of a social life since Scott, and I really like these girls, and I don't want to do anything to risk making it weird, okay?
Like telling them you're not a lesbian?
What do you mean by that?
You're pretending to be a lesbian because you're desperate for friends and you're worried that if they find out you're straight, they won't like you anymore. Close call, by the way, on the whole ex-friend thing the other day. Not the smoothest recovery I've ever seen, but it sure did the trick.
Are you mad at me?
No, maybe. Are you admitting to masquerading as gay?
It wasn't on purpose, okay? I mean, it became pretty clear pretty quickly that they all just sort of assumed. And what was I supposed to do? Just blurt out, hey, by the way, I like men in the middle of our conversation? I mean, that's awkward and rude, right?
Telling the truth.
They seem to like me. It feels good to be included, Meg. And I don't think that's some sort of personal hang-up unique to me. And, you know, honestly, it feels good to suddenly be part of this exclusive club you're a part of that I'm never allowed in.
Seriously? Exclusive club? Being gay is not like some after
No,
school
I
club.
know, okay? It's just... You don't know what it's like, Meg. I mean, for once, I don't feel like I'm making you choose between being my best friend and being a lesbian. Does that make any sense? Besides, if I tell them now, I will look like a total creeper. Please, Meg. Maybe it's not politically correct or whatever, and you know, maybe it makes me a bad person, but I really need this. So, could you please just, like, not tell them?
Okay, fine.
Really?
Yes, sure. I'm not saying I condone it or anything, but I can understand where you're coming from, so all right. I promise I won't tell.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Pinky swear.
Okay, don't push it.
You're the best.
I know.
If I told you, oh, I hit my head. If I broke in two and my brains were dead, would you tie me up? Would you sew me back? Would you hold my hand or wait around till I died? You said you stick around when you told me you settle down, and I believe you said it. You said it. You said it. You said it, you said it, you said it. If I told you I would lie in bed from months to months till they hear my head, would you climb up and dance on top of my sick body? That's what you do when you stick around, when you told me you settle down, and I believe